Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, degens, Trip, and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Trip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, we got an update from the VC that Forex just did about 12 hours ago for me. But I don't have any notes, so unfortunately, I don't think Wonder Woman or Irene have had a chance to create notes for this just yet. So I listened to it a second time so that I could give you guys some of the notes because he did cover quite a few things. I'm gonna try to make this quick. And if you want to hear it directly, as always, head over to Driptopians. He's got it time stamped. And it's actually right at 1 hour, right under 1 hour to be honest. So last couple VCs Forex has done, he's been trying to get more punchy and concise, it seems. So he put out a lot of information in this short time clip. And the first and foremost, most important, I wouldn't say it's the most important, it's definitely going to impact us, but it's not going to be that detrimental. He mentioned about the pancake swap stable farms. Now, he didn't go into too much detail, and he did put out this article or post here. We have done some research regarding the pancake swap stable swap changes. We're going to set it up so all stakers will have to do is click a migrate button, confirm a couple chain transactions, and it'll be taken care of for them with no additional deposit fees. And then he says, I'm having a meeting with PCS tomorrow to ensure we have more efficient communication between our teams for future updates and collaboration. So this is to avoid the issue we had before with V1 to V2 syrup pools and then the farm going down. But now the way they made V2, there is no farm going down. Everything can be done on the back end. And to give you guys a little bit of context, went out to Pancake Swap's Twitter, and they have some more details here on what this actually is. Now, I read through this. And it's not exactly written in layman's terms, but I'll read it for you and then give you an explanation. The stable swap is an implementation of Curve Finance's automated market maker on pancake swaps, and stable swaps are restricted to similarly priced assets, and permanent loss is not much of a concern. With the stable swaps function, the trading slippage is lower than normal AMMs, which just uses the constant product formula. Also, the trading fees are lowered compared to normal AMM. So the way that the previous version up until now worked is that you had a liquidity pool, right? Such as USDC and BUSD, and you were basically trading only within that pool, right? And depending on the liquidity and the fees and stuff, that determined what the slippage would be and what you got out of it. Sounds like now what they're actually doing is looking more to the way that Stargate did theirs. So go back and watch my Stargate video. I'm not going to explain it in detail here, but it sounds like it'll be more of a pool in which these can actually be evenly swapped, because as they mentioned, these are stable coins, so they're 1-to-1. So you should be able to swap USDT for USDC, even if there's no pool. So they're putting all these together is what I'm gathering from this. And it says the launch of trading pairs on stable will likely result in swaps will be more efficient. With the stable swap function, the slippage is lower and the trading fees are lower. If you're currently not farming with the above LPs, no migration is required. There will be a 5-hour window between stable swap pool launch at 9 a.m. So this already happened before cake incentives are redirected. So I think this is what Forex is referencing that we will have to do. Because remember, on the animal farm, you are actually in charge of your own assets. So he cannot move them because you have actually staked them. You own the keys. And the only assets that he can get is if we were to sacrifice or put into a contract like we did before. So what will happen here, if you are in, say, this USDT BUSD farm, he's going to have a migrate button that basically will allow you to move it from the current syrup pool that it's in and into this new stable swap. So it only affects these, which is 4 stable farms, looks like. So either way, he said it'll be a simple function that they're going to implement relatively quickly. It's already available on the pancake swap side. I don't have any stable to show you guys how that works, but I'm guessing that's what this new highlighted version is here. So hopefully that makes some sense. He covered it in there, but didn't go into too much detail. Next, just a quick message. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. Next up, and importantly, is the snapshot has been allowed in the Pigpen for governance. So you can come here and you'll see the governance tab that you can actually interact with. And also up here, Animal Farm Governance is now live. So when we click this, it takes us over to snapshot proposal. Sorry, I went already into a proposal. It goes right here. And I click join. When you join, you have to sign a blockchain transaction. There's no gas fee or anything. It's just validating that you have the wallet that they're indicating for this actual interaction. And then right now there's no proposals. He said the only one that will be able to submit proposals in here will actually be the Animal Farm Dog Deployer wallet. So he tried allowing the community to submit proposals, but apparently within the DAO and whoever was testing it, people did malicious things with it, such as put out a shit fork or a scam or a URL, or maybe put a message calling people names. Who knows? You know, kitty type stuff, right? Like fifth graders. So he removed that. So what'll happen is, ideally, I guess there'll be a Google form in the Animal Farm Telegram. You can submit proposals. Then they will be vetted to see if they're all legitimate proposals and not just, you know, scams or whatever, hate comments or whatever the case may be. Then there will be a vote on those, and then the ones that cut the mustard will actually come here, and you would actually be able to vote. So right now, can't vote on this. It's already been closed, but you can see that there were a few people that did get a chance to vote and test this out. And this tells you how many AFP tokens were used to get the result of Super DeFi for this proposal, whatever it was. So it'll make more sense when we get the other ones up. And I believe he said come next Thursday, the next snapshot will be taken. And what snapshot means is the proposal itself. When you come in here, it tells you what block this was mined in. That's what this refers to, block, I don't know that number off the top of my head, like 23 million or something like that. And that's the block that will say how many pigs each person had within the pig pen. And then that will be their voting share. So any other pigs added after this snapshot down to the second won't count in regards to the vote, but you'll still be able to vote. Like, usually votes are open for like 3 to 7 days, depending on the protocol and how they set it up. And you will come over here and click agree, disagree, yes, no. Usually it's only like 2 options, maybe 3, whatever the case may be. And the first one he said he'll do will be for the injections. So 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, I don't know, something like that, right? So we should be able to see that coming soon next Thursday. Next up, let's go to the UI. So there was a lot of UI changes or updates, I should say, that were added, which is definitely good for the ecosystem. When we come here, we'll start at the top at Pigpen. You now have these USD dollar values being added to tokens so that you know how much that actually is. So that is cool to see. Next was the Piggy Bank. This definitely helps as well. You see the same thing, values added here and here. And even in your Pigpen stakes, you now have commas, which make it easier to read. These are still just like ridiculously long numbers. So at least it's easier to read, but you're not going to really use that for anything. So, but having this data here is definitely a step in the right direction for ease of use. Also, the dog pound has its data and metrics updated. So you see here, you have your now value for your claimable pigs from the auto compounding, claimable B&B value in the linear. And remember, now there is a 20% spread when you compare these two. So remember, there's 10% less B&B allocation if you're in the linear, and 10% more if you're in the auto compounding. So that means dogs in the auto will be earning a difference between the two of 20% B&B rewards. So I've done a few in both auto compounding primarily, but I did a few in the linear just to see how it was. There's also another value updated in the farms. So you now have, this is what I really want to see. This is awesome because I actually want to do a deep dive into the decentralized dynamic supply control algorithm, and now understanding how many blocks are being how many pigs are being minted per block allows me to do some calculations based on the price. Because remember, this is all decentralized. So as price goes up, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but as price goes up, these change. As price goes down, these change, and the numbers are baked into the contract, and we can actually run those numbers and see what will happen when the price changes. So also you get to see your pigs value, and this is also really cool up here, being able to see your personal earnings based on your farm position. So each tab that you're on, this says farms. This is what I am earning per day, per 30 days, approximate, right? Because it changes clearly based on the price of the dog's token and things of that nature. But this allows you to project that out. And then you also have the global earnings of the farm. So what's being earned globally with all the assets on the farm after 7 days, 8 days, whatever. Then if you want to see your pools, you do the same thing. You come over to pools, and then your personal earnings are here first, and your global earnings are here. So this is not a bad percentage rate for me to only have a couple $1,000 staked on the farm in the pools, and being able to earn by the end of the year basically like 100x or 100%, right? So same thing, the rates are here, then the values are actually allocated, and total price for each one. All right, now some other things he mentioned that are not going to have any visuals tied to it, but he said he has long-term project plans till 2024 already mapped out, like the stuff that he's working on that will be able to be released all the way through 2024. So basically he's saying this is long-term vision. Obviously going to keep building and deving past that, but he wants people to understand there's a long-term perspective in this. And as such, tying to the liquidity that's in the treasury, he's going to be injecting that at like periodic intervals that help with the sustainability of the platform. And he went back to talking about the amount of dogs that are going to be unlocked and people trying to front run those dogs. I already mentioned that on my channel. Go back and watch the other videos. But basically we have from the end of the month till the middle of next month, so January. So from the end of this month, that's going to be 75% tax reduction, almost about 70% tax reduction when you count the wallet score. I'm sorry, it'd be 65%, something like that. And then by the middle of next month, we're going to be sitting right at about 90%. So somewhere in there, Forex is expecting a big amount of dogs to be sold. And in order to offset those dogs, he's going to use the money in the treasury wallet to kind of buy back those dogs, in addition to obviously the taxes that support that when people sell. He also mentioned that there will be no more dates given for any future projects. He wants to wait until things are 100% complete. We've heard him use that phrase before, but I guess now 100% complete means something totally different. So he did not give any dates for things, and he wanted to be just like this launch actually was, where he gives the countdown and then it actually launches on time. So I wasn't available for this, but I haven't seen any complaints in the groups. So it does seem as though it went exactly as scheduled. And come next week, I guess there'll be another one in regards to the governance. So he's going to be doing a lot of these little mini updates with countdowns. And then for big ones, he said that there will still be a 1 month marketing campaign. So for stuff like the Auto Battler game, which he mentioned, which is another game on top of Dogs of Fortune and Dogs Roulette. He had mentioned this before. It's got a 57-page document, and it's a win to earn poker style kind of game where you, I don't know, I'm not going into details, but anyway, these types of updates will require a 1 month marketing campaign. And then the smaller ones look like they're going to be about 1 week. He also did give some information about working on the borrow and lending. We've already talked about that on this channel, but that's going to be, it started working. He wants to work on it by Q1 and wants to have it done by Q2, but none of those dates are set in stone. We do know that that will be a huge deal for the sustainability of the platform. Lastly, he said there's a big YouTuber premiere video coming out over the weekend. They already recorded the video. It's already supposed to be scheduled or will be scheduled, and then that YouTuber has like over 300 some odd thousand subscribers with like 60,000 average views per video. So we'll see how that looks and if that does any bullish sentiment for marketing and the ecosystem. And that's it. Wow, under 15 minutes, but hopefully that gave you all of the sauce you're looking for. There's one detail that I'll be going into on another video to break it down into a lot further. He mentioned in here for about 5 minutes talking about the rehypothecation in the stable coin pools that we're currently not utilizing. And remember, that was the seller and AnySwap and Stargate. And he gave some new alpha regarding how that would work. And I'm gonna break that down in another video because it was kind of complex, but if I make a visual, it'll be a lot easier. So stay tuned for that to see how you will actually be able to compound into a stable pool position and how that yield will actually be paid back to you, the staker, not the way like to the whole platform as a whole. So that's going to be a deep dive that I'm going to do in another video. All right, that is it for this one. If it provided any value, you guys know the drill. Smash that HBO special. Help a brother out by liking, comment, subscribing down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See you.